Hi Leo, welcome to your August 2022 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Leo. This will not resonate with every Leo that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Leo, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Leo. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Leo and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Leo, let's get this reading started. I'm going to use my sound bowl for before the reading so we can clear and set the energy. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right. So let's see what's happening for my Leos in the month of August in regards to love and romance. And for this reading in particular, Leo, I am tuning into an energy that's in or around your energetic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you at this time. So whether you're single or you're taken, whether you're together or apart from this person, let's see who's coming through for your reading and why and what they have to say. Stability. Okay, Leo, someone wants to commit. Someone wants to be your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Someone sees you as a potential mate, that this is not just for the meantime. This is not just for, a booty call. They really see you as being someone they could see themselves with for a long time. And it says, this relationship can stand the test of time. Interesting. I wonder how long you've been talking to this person for, or even known this person for. For some of you, I feel like it's been a couple years. I almost feel like for some of you, you met at the start of the pandemic, early 2020, and you've even made it through that time. I mean, goodness, anyone could kind of make it through if you guys have been talking that long during such a crazy time in our world. But for others of you, someone really sees that you guys have made it through it all, that you guys have something that is very loyal to one another, very, I don't know, like, I'm almost getting the Bonnie and Clyde vibes between the two of you. And it's like with each other, you guys will ride out. You will be there for one another. You will help each other out when you need it. And I mean, beyond just what you provide for this person, you're everything they would want in a partner. You're exactly their type is what I'm hearing. You are very sexy. You're fun to be around. A lot of fun. They always know they could call you up, tell you to come over to hang out with, their friends, and you'll just fit in anywhere you go and you make it an amazing time. I feel like you also provide this stability. I don't know, I wonder if some of you are dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or if you have strong earth in your chart, but it's like you're down to earth. And even if, I don't know, I almost get for some of you guys, like when people first meet you, they're kind of intimidated by you because you may be very attractive. You like to look good. You like to smell good. You like to, put off those vibes, but you're also a really humble person. You also have a great personality that can fit in anywhere. And when people really do get to know you, they get to know a chill ass person. But I feel there's a lot of jealousy around you too, Leo, because they just judge you before they really get to know you. They just think you're stuck up or they think you're whatever, right? When that's the farthest from the truth. But this person, they really do see you as being everything that they would want. And I feel like they're ready to ask you something here, to get serious here. You know, maybe they're going to plan something nice for your birthday. Maybe they're going to buy you something nice for your birthday. Maybe they have a question around then. So let's see what they want to tell Leo, what they've been holding back from telling Leo, what they really want to tell Leo but just haven't had the courage to, or just didn't think it was the right time. Ooh, geez. Okay. So it says, I'm struggling, I'm working to change this. I feel like there's something about the situation you guys are in that they're looking to change, like living environment, work environment, trying to find a way that they could be closer to you. I don't know. I feel like there's something that has been, for some of you, like an outside factor of this connection that has prevented you guys from taking this to the next level. I wonder if someone's trying to like finalize a divorce here, or even kind of deal with family issues, work issues. But others of you, yeah, if it's like moving closer to you, moving in with you, I don't know, maybe even for others of you too, it's like they've been working a lot to change themselves so they can be the person that you deserve to have in your life. Whether there was some growth to do, there was some growing up to do, there was some, you know, I feel like this person has realized your needs and expectations, and I feel like they're ready to step up to the plate to meet those expectations. And they're working to change things in their life that you're looking for them to change. Certain behaviors, certain patterns, but others of you too, yeah, like starting to put the work in to save up money to buy a home with you or to move in with you. Maybe even for some of you, like working to buy a ring for you, I kind of feel. Because again, this person wants stability with you, Leo. No, they're not looking elsewhere to find this type of relationship with anyone else. There is no competition when it comes to you. So I really do feel like with whatever you need them to do, whatever you ask them to do, they're going to work to it. I just saw like a black leather couch too that someone may have, that you guys may have had an intimate moment on. A few intimate moments on. Okay, that's cool. I also saw a Roman numeral clock too. I don't know if someone has that in their home, or if that's just a metaphor from spirit about the time it's been taking. Maybe it's been taking a while for you guys to really pursue each other. You had to go through certain obstacles, some certain blocks in the connection, but honestly, that's every connection, right? I mean, I've been with my husband for 12 years, and there were ups and downs, but the strong ones make it through it. So let's go ahead and get into this. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Leo? What are they really hoping is going to happen between the two of you? And what are they afraid of that may unfold? Interesting. You have 3 major arcana cards so far. So this was a very prominent moment within the connection this month. A lot is going to go down. They want to prove it to you too, Leo. They may think that like you're not, I don't know, they may think that you think they're not taking this seriously. They're not taking you seriously. And maybe you've been trying to kind of get them to do the things because you waited too long. So whether it's like you've kind of just started putting your attention elsewhere to get them going, or just kind of gave them some sort of ultimatum, they paid attention and they're going to do something about it, Leo, because they do not want you to go. I don't think it's getting to that point per se, but it's like they want you to know that they're serious about this, serious about you. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords. So this is Libra energy. You guys could be dealing with the Libra. You could have Libra in your chart. Does not have to be the case, but yeah, you know, there has been some situations or some occurrences in this connection that has been testing you guys. With the 3 of Swords, yeah, there has been something that disappointed you in the background. You know, before up to August, there was something about what this person wasn't willing to do that frustrated you. I almost feel like they always had excuses. And it made you feel like they didn't care enough, maybe for some. Because, you know, if you wanted this as bad as you say, you'd start to work for it. You'd start to pursue it. Also, for others of you, before you guys met, I do feel there was a significant heartbreak that someone experienced. And there may have been a lot of, you know, wounds that were created from this heartbreak that had significant trust issues. And that is kind of what the foundation kind of built for this trust issue to kind of be very prominent within the connection. And I don't feel like it's so far as suspicious of you guys. I feel more it's like not knowing if, you know, they could have another relationship again or go through the same pain that they went through before when they committed themselves, when they gave their all to someone that didn't appreciate it and broke their heart in some way. So I feel even it's harder too if this, you know, whoever this past person was, if someone has kids with this past person, it makes it very, very difficult too. So yeah, I do feel that there was a lot of wounds when you guys met each other, when one person came into the life of the other. There was struggle here. And that's what maybe, like I said with this card, I'm struggling and working to change this. Their own behaviors, their own bad patterns, their own wounds. You have been that catalyst for them, Leo, to address these things that maybe they weren't ready to address before, or they wanted to ignore before, suppress. But, you know, I'm getting the Leos I'm tuned into, you know, you've been through so much in love. You know what you're going to put up with this time around and what you're not going to tolerate, what you're not going to allow. And that's creating awareness for this person to really understand that, you know, if certain patterns continue, if they can't step up to the plate, there may be change that will be irrevocable, that will be unchangeable once it gets to a certain point. I do feel they disappointed you kind of recently, whether it was like a canceled plan, they flaked out on you, or you really thought they were going to offer something to you by now that they didn't. You thought by June, I'm even hearing for some of you guys, that there would be a commitment in place. I even feel like there was a canceled trip. You guys were supposed to go on some trip that they bailed out on, or, you know, just didn't go, dropped out of, that really disappointed you too. I kind of want to clarify this Three of Swords to see what this is more specifically. Why is the Three of Swords in the background here? The Magician and the Moon card. Whoa. Yeah. So Virgo energy, Gemini energy, Pisces energy, Cancer energy with the Moon. And then bottom of the deck, we have the World. Yeah. Leo, I feel like you were the magician here. You were trying to be patient. You were trying to give them their time, space. You don't have issues with, you know, not giving people the space and the time they need if they need their space and time. But it's like something was taking far too long for this ball to get rolling, especially for as long as some of you may have known each other for. And with the moon, with the Moon, it's like you're suspicious now because it hasn't gotten to this point. That you've been talking or dating or hooking up with them for a while, and it's still not a commitment. It's still nothing solid. And you have been putting the effort in. You've been using your every tool in the toolbox, your cups, your swords, your wands, and the pentacle is still not there. And so with the Moon card too, I also feel like there's now suspicions. There's now doubt that is kind of hovering over what you thought was going to be it for you. But I feel like they've picked up on your doubt. They picked up on your suspicion. And they want to prove that wrong, Leo. So let's get into it. How they feel about you is the Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. So I feel like they know the pressure's on. I feel like they feel like they have to express themselves. They have to finally say it all, the truth. And if it is that, you know, I'm not ready for this, or even for most of you, I feel the stability's on, but how to get there and to actually put action behind your words. You guys talk on the phone a lot. I wonder if that's because you guys live at a distance from one another. I feel like it's a couple hours for some of you, like a good drive to get to see each other face to face. Others of you, it's because for some of you, your work schedules are so different and off that maybe someone has to travel a lot, or someone has to work a lot of hours, irregular hours for whatever they do for their career. But I'm seeing a lot of phone conversations. I'm seeing a lot of text messages being exchanged. Maybe even voice memos that you guys send to one another. But they feel like they need to speed this up. They feel like they're losing you and the faith that you may have had in this connection. And they feel like they need to talk it out completely because of this urgency of you pulling away, or you, I don't know, just getting disappointed in it all. I almost feel like they want to explain themselves too, because of how they haven't been pursuing this the way you thought they were going to by now. They want to, you know, tell you everything that they've been planning or that they want to work on. But the thing is, do it. Back it up. And I just saw the Nike symbol. I don't know if someone's wearing Nike right now, or likes to wear Nike a lot, Nike tennis shoes specifically. But yeah, there's an urgency here. They feel like they have to talk this out, and maybe like the last thing you guys said or spoke to one another was a little bit of a fight or a debate, but they want to still talk to you. They still want to figure this out. Because what they think of this situation or think of you is the Death card. Scorpio energy. Couple things I'm getting from this card here. So what's adding to this urgency is the sense that they're afraid you're thinking about ending this. And ending it for good with death, not just temporary. If you can't give me the stability I need, the consistency I need, the progress that I need to see for me to feel like this is worth it, you're giving me no other choice. But others of you too, there has to be some major change that needs to occur for you guys to be together in a practical sense. So again, like whether it's moving closer to one another, someone, you know, pursuing a different job to get closer to you. Boundaries need to be in place, especially if there's exes that still linger, especially if it is, you know, someone that has kids with this person. There has to be some sort of implemental change that will provide the new beginning for the two of you that you need. And that could just be the change of someone's fears of the past repeating itself, or the fears of a broken heart, the fears of betrayal that someone may have gone through. Because there is no connection without trust. There is no foundation if you don't believe in one another and trust in one another. So if there has been just suspicions or trust issues, like for no reason, okay, you know, just out of the blue, then that really needs to be examined and looked at and transformed. But again, I do have hope for you guys for the fact that they're saying, I'm working to change this, even if it has been a struggle for them. Maybe there's a little bit of jealousy issues that someone's working on. And I'll get to that right now, because this is an interesting placement. What they like the most about you is the Devil card. Capricorn energy. Don't get scared. What I feel with this, in this position particularly, is that they just want you so bad, okay? And sexually, there's a huge compatibility between the two of you. They feel like you are the only one that can make them do things they wouldn't do for other people. You know, they accommodate a lot for you, even if there's still more they need to do. They do things for you that they would never have done for an ex. Okay, and I even feel sexually you guys try out a lot. Or even if you do live at a distance, you send some nudes, you have spicy phone calls. They have pictures of you that they just get turned so on by. Okay, I can't get too deep into it because of YouTube, but you get what I'm saying with this devil card here. Now others of you. Again, like there's something about this connection that's really highlighting and showing them, illuminating to them some of their shadow patterns within themselves, you know, their inability to trust, their suspicions. You know, you really have been the mirror to them to see that, like, you've been acting this way or, you know, assuming these things out of no basis. And is that, you know, something that you just are afraid I'm going to do? Or is that something that you just haven't healed within yourself about maybe a past situation? And so I feel like they are thankful for you to point out their BS sometimes or point out their not so great patterns. And they do want to fix it. They do want to change it. And for some of you, there is this element here of you guys party together, day drinking, smoking, maybe done other things, other substances, tripped out with one another, that they've had fun times with. You always bring on the fun, Leo, and you take them out of that comfort zone, out of their shell. You have, again, you're kind of very convincing. And I think you kind of have this person wrapped around your finger a little bit more than you realize. They're just slow to act, but they'll do a lot for you, okay? I even feel like you guys have hooked up in like a public place. Like, I don't know if it was like a car or somewhere outside. A little bit risk-taking. And I think they do like the fact you're a little bit of a risk taker. They find it thrilling. They find it exciting. And that you're very, very passionate too. Very passionate person. Now, what they don't like about you, you got two cards here, which is the Four of Pentacles, more Capricorn energy, and the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So this is interesting. Yeah, I feel like with whatever disappointment they did with the Three of Swords in the past, which honestly I don't feel is something very intense. I just feel it was more of not doing enough. You are not moving now. You're not showing them anything. You're not even giving them breadcrumbs because you want them to do it. The ball is in their court and you're not going to move until they start acting on this. So I feel like you recently even, I don't know, turned them down to hang out. You know, said you were busy and you didn't want to come over, or you didn't want to call them, that you were doing other things. But I think it is because you're frustrated with them. The Four of Pentacles could be their energy of their inability to move. They're very, very stubborn. And, you know, they've been with the Hanged Man making you feel like you've waited too long for something that other people are having so much quicker, so much faster. And I feel, to be 100% honest, if it's not your message, it's not your message. But there's someone here. It's almost like for as long as it's taken, it's made someone feel a little bit insecure about themselves or the relationship in the whole. You know, if you wanted me, why haven't you given me that offer of commitment? Why haven't you stepped forward? But again, there's certain wounds they're working on to heal. And I do feel divine timings at play with this Hanged Man card. Someone needs to see things in a different perspective, or to become aware of certain things that they're already starting to become aware of, but truly work on it so they can be in alignment with you, Leo, because otherwise it won't work. So what they like the most about this connection here is attention is somewhere else. I think Cancer had this in the spread, if I'm not mistaken. So the sign Cancer may mean something to you guys. Yeah, I do feel it's providing them a challenge now, Leo. You're providing that challenge. Showing that, you know, you'll move You'll do your own thing, you know where I'm at, you know where to find me. When you're ready to have the conversation, when you're ready to take it to the level, come get me. And it's something that they are wanting to fight for. It is something that they want to pursue. They've always find you a little bit of a challenge, but nothing that is obviously something that's a bad thing. But they want to step up to the plate. You have high expectations, and you should. There's so many people that go in love and romance with having no boundaries, no expectations, and they get walked all over. Not you, Leo. And I think, whether they're conscious of this or this is something subconscious, you really put the fire on under their ass to do something about it, to work towards this, to move about it. And if you didn't start laying down the law or didn't start kind of putting in these expectations, I don't think they would have done it. They would have still kind of weighed their time. You're making them wake up for sure. And it's working. I'm seeing someone that loves to wear high heels, and particularly red bottoms, like Christian Louboutin. So that's just for some. What they don't like about the connection is the Five of Swords. And I feel like this is where it comes from. You guys have been fighting a little bit lately. You guys have been having a few disagreements. Things have not been smooth sailing. But again, I think these are the things that have to be apparent now so you guys can address them and work on them. I do feel like when someone does get upset, maybe they start to say things that are not in their character, that are not okay. They kind of pop off at the mouth that they later regret. And it does kind of hurt. And I think someone is recognizing that pattern within themselves, or someone is waiting till that person apologize for what they said. I'm kind of picking up as well. But for most of you, yeah, it's just the fact that you guys haven't been getting along so well, that there has been, because of built up resentment maybe, there has been a little bit of aggression. There has been a little bit of, bickering back and forth for some of you. Like, although you guys, have this strong connection, maybe you're the type that kind of, when you hang out with friends, if someone just, gets a little moody or sensitive, then a little bit of public bickering goes on between the two of you, and people have started to notice that a little bit more. Or the communication's just bad. Someone doesn't want to admit to something, so they hold it all within, but it's making the other person mad or confused and angered, frustrated. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Highest hopes is the Eight of Wands. Sagittarius energy. That this moment you guys are going through with the deconstructing, rebuilding could start to really kick in and get the ball rolling, and that there will be change faster in this connection. I think that's your hope too, Leo. That they'll start to make these changes and move forward with it, start to initiate those plans, act on those plans, start finding places on Zillow or Redfin to move in closer to you or move in with you, or to start, putting more things aside that would mean more to you, like not putting in those extra hours. Again, if someone needs to, I don't think you could blame them for needing to pay their bills, but I feel more of like, not putting you as a priority, I guess, more than you would like it to be. And that, I don't know, you guys could see each other more often. That travel could be taking place more. If there was a canceled trip, to reschedule that trip. But for things to take off, so you can get to that level. This is the 8. It's near the end of the whole count for the wands, right? So it's like, let's initiate these changes and make them going so we can get further down the line, so we can have these, stick to these plans. Because I don't know, I just feel for some of you, you feel like you're dealing with someone just has these ideas, says they're going to do them, and then doesn't really follow through with it. And that's been really frustrating, you guys. But if you guys have been holding out on them sexually, they have a lot of pent-up sexual energy and they just can't wait to get you in bed so they can let it all out. Because for some of you, especially with the attention in someone else card, you may have been, they may see you a little bit as a tease right now. Not in a bad way, but in a way that, you know, they just need a moment with you in the room. Okay? And then deepest fear is King of Pentacles. Taurus energy. And when I pulled this card over, I heard that I can't give you what you want. I wonder if that's your fear, Leo, that, you know, after all this patience, all this time, at the end of the day, it's simply that they just can't give you what you want. And that's the reality of the situation here. And others of you with this King of Pentacles, they're too stubborn to change. They're too stubborn to move forward. And if this is their fears, that you're asking too much, that, you know, maybe finances, again, if it's something outside of the connection, finances are a huge issue of it, maybe. And it's like they don't have the resources right now to make this connection a priority. Or maybe that they're wanting to do more work right now for their career than have this connection. You know, the King of Pentacles is all about stability, right? And that, like, you know, through it all, there's still not going to be the stability that someone wants and hopes for. But at the end of the day, if you're not going to act on it, someone's worried that it's just going to be a waste of their time. I could have been building this with someone else. I could have been, you know, starting to gather my resources and use my time and energy effectively if I had known that this is something you weren't looking for. Someone really wants a commitment. And is the other person finally ready to do it? I don't know, Leo. We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. So for the extended reading, I'm going to overturn this card here to show you what's likely to unfold within this connection. And I'm also going to pull oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection, ask Spirit questions, and see if there's any more answers that I could give you by extending this reading. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Leo, I hope that this has provided you with the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance you're looking for in regards to your love life with a specific someone in mind. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Leo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Leo.